Welcome back to part 2 of our June year full of stars, star block of the month. This is our crazy start. So in part 1, we got to this position right here. We got to this point. So we cut out our squares. We cut out our star template. We placed it we attached it somehow, either those two ways I showed you, to our top fabric. We cut out all these little pieces, and then we put the top piece onto the bottom. Now there's a couple of things I want to add to that. So this should go in part 1, but I want to also add that if you're using more than 2 pieces of fabric, then you can get a little bit more crazy by taking, let me bring this down, by taking, so we had just flipped the top piece to the bottom, right? So let me back up here. This is what it looked like when when we began. So this paper template is attached to this top fabric. And then we just take that top fabric, just that one piece, and switch it to the bottom. So now the star becomes a different fabric color than our background. Okay? Now, if you wanted to get even more crazy, say you wanted to get super scrappy, you could take these two star legs and this star leg and put those and put 2 on the bottom. So you could do it like this. Take the next layer and put that to the bottom. And now you have a super scrappy. So see how, if I just take this away, see how that would work on this particular star? So it becomes very, very scrappy. Now if that is too confusing, like visually to you, then don't do it. But if that appeals to you with the fabric that you are using, then go ahead and try that. So each star will be completely different. Will be a little bit different, okay? The other thing that I want to say is layer your fabric in lights to darks. Light, dark. This isn't really a light. Actually, it should be light, dark, light, dark. This isn't working out quite so well. Dark, light, dark, dark. Yeah, so when that wasn't the best example there for you. Mainly because I don't really have like too many lights and darks. They're pretty much all the same, red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue, right? So it's hard to get contrasting lights and darks when you have 2 of the same. Like reds and blues are pretty much dark and dark. But and maybe you have a different like pastel or a lighter shade or something along those lines. Anyway, it will just help make the star in the background pop, like it makes it a little bit different. So in this one it is very simple. Like white always will show whatever fabric color that you're using a whole lot better than if you're using 2 of the same or very similar colors. I hope that makes sense. I think it does. So if you're using contrasting colors, that's very easy. If you're using complementary colors, that's even easy to kind of figure that out. Like orange and purple and greens, they may be complementary, but they're not exactly contrasting, so they may blend. Like the star may get lost. What I'm saying is the star itself, the outline of the star, may get lost in the, especially if you're using patterns, like I'm using definite patterns, it may get lost. So, it's up to you, and it's an experiment. We're doing fun here. We're having fun, so we're just playing. So anyway, I'm going to bring you back down to here. So I just wanted to say that use a light, dark, light, dark, light, dark in your layering of your fabric if you can, if that's possible. Okay. So now that we have this, we're going to explode this a little bit. But I want you to see how this comes together. So This, we would sew these two sides together to create a straight line here. Yep. And then if we explode this, what we do now is we put these two together to create a straight line here, to put that to there. And then we put these two sides together to create a straight line here to put that together. So, and then we put this to that, and this first to this, and then that to there. Does that make sense? Okay, so let me show you one more time, and then we're going to actually sew it. Okay, so we have our star. Yep. When you explode it, be very careful when you explode your star. You know, when you separate all the pieces, now it looks like this. So, where do you start? Well, you could start clockwise and go in that direction for you. Now, I probably just did counterclockwise on the video because, you know, to me, this is clockwise. So if you start clockwise at the 12 o'clock position, you're going to put these two together. Sew those. And then you're going to put that unit onto that, or this piece onto that unit, okay? So now this is a unit. And then you go down here, following along clockwise. You put this onto this, attach, sew that. And now you have this unit. This unit attaches to here. And now you have this unit, okay? And now this piece attaches to here. So you have this unit. And then you take this piece, because this is now a straight line. You take that piece, and that attaches to that unit, and now you have a bigger unit. So now you have 3 units right here. Super easy, flat lines, right? So you only have 2